welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is April, and for today's video I'm talking about 8 steps to reclaim your life. I know that 8 is kind of a random number, but 8 was the most wholesome number I can get to without leaving anything out or adding too many steps in. So before we jump into that, I just want to share with you guys the tea that I'm drinking. I am loving this tea. It is Twinings Orange and Cinnamon Spice Tea. It is a rooibos tea, so it is actually caffeine free. And it's got kind of this like woodsy flavor. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not as sweet, I guess, as you would maybe expect it to be, or sugary. I don't know. I mean, not that it would be sugary, but like it's a little more woodsy. I don't know if I'm explaining that right. I don't know, but it tastes a little woodsy to me. It's really good though. I love it so much. It's got honeybush, it's got savory cinnamon flavors, and mandarin and orange flavors in there. So it's all really good. I love this tea. And you guys know I'm a big fan of anything Disney. You guys know I have the whole entire Disney's Alice in Wonderland tea collection. So I had to get these two, but these are all flavors. Everything that they've got in this collection, they're all flavors that are already out in the Twinings collection. So I don't think they came out with anything new, if I'm correct. I even bought the lemon and ginger tea, which has just like a picture of Bella on the front. But, you know, just for collector's reasons, I just wanted to buy it because I love the box and I thought it was really cute. So I'm not sure how many flavors they had. They only had 3 in the Stop and Shop that I went to, but if you guys look online, I'm sure they would have all the options available on there. My Stop and Shop finally just got them. I've seen them around everywhere and they didn't even have them up until today. So I was really kind of annoyed by that because I've been wanting these for a long time, but it's okay because we have them now. So back to the video. I know I've been a little bit MIA this week. I am currently trying to reclaim my life. I know that's a little maybe dramatic for me because I live a very good life. I'm very happy, but I am just trying to get back into my zone again, get back into a routine, and kind of give myself a little bit of a push. I've been a little bit more on the emotionless side, kind of just like a little drained, and I know that that's normal for everybody to go through. You guys know I go through it quite often, but I'm working on these 8 things right here which are helping me tremendously, and I'm hoping that they'll help you guys too. So the first thing is self-care and solitude, and for me that means making sure I'm taking care of my hair, going in the shower, going to the gym, eating healthy. I have not been eating healthy lately, guys. I still haven't had coffee, but I've had soda, so yeah, I think it's made me feel really not good. I think it's had a huge factor on my energy and my moods lately. All of those things that relate to self-care, even if that means cleaning up your space, embracing your space if you own a home, or if you are still living with your parents, making sure that your room is clean, just cleaning everything around you, making sure everything in your environment is not hindering you, not stressing you out, and that you're really caring for the things that help you function every day. And with that, solitude. Sometimes it's nice to kind of take a break from things. I don't know if you guys are very social. I'm not the most social person in the world, but even with not being social, I'm very connected digitally. You guys know that. And it's important for me to just kind of sit there, even like play like my relaxing melodies app, which by the way, I got a new phone. I have a new What's on My iPhone video coming for you guys soon, but shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so playing my relaxing melodies app and just like listening to like bird sounds or cricket sounds at night while sitting there maybe with a book or just sitting there in silence and not even trying to think is very helpful to sort of just de-stress my mind and not think and not be so crazy connected, especially digitally. I find that that's really helpful. I'm not against social media though. You guys know that. I'm not going to be like, oh, do a whole social media detox. Don't look at social media at all. I'm never going to do that. So just, you know, take some time out of your day every day to just care for yourself and realize that you're still you and you're still individual and whatever. And I'm already 5 minutes into this video and we're only through step 1. Typical April. And number 2 is kind of the opposite. Connect with someone. If you are somebody who's in solitude often, and as I said, I often am, because obviously working from home and all of that, that also leaves me to be alone a lot. Connect with someone. You know, for me, that's connecting with Pat or connecting with my mom, you know, calling my mom or texting my sister or texting my brother, whatever. Just connect with someone, even if it's just having a conversation, or go get a cup of coffee with someone, ask them how their day's going, kind of take the topic off of you for a minute and just talk about other people. It could be really helpful and it can be really refreshing, and you can sort of feel like you're kind of re-energized. You can kind of feed into their energy. So make sure it's a positive person, because a lot of the times when you need to reclaim your life, you're in a pretty vulnerable state. So it's important that you put yourself around good people. Number 3 is schedule work time and schedule downtime. So you want to make sure that you're scheduling both, because both will affect the other. I know for me, if I don't schedule downtime, I will never want to do anything ever. And if I don't schedule my work time, then during my downtime, I feel like I'm always thinking about work. So I need to schedule them both and just completely compartmentalize them in my head and say, okay, now's not the time for work, or now is not the time for play. I have that scheduled for later, so I don't need to think about it too much, and I'm not sitting there like dwelling on the fact that I'm either really super bored or really super like anxious about work things. So it's just good to have your time for both. That way you can enjoy both things and know that the next thing is coming. Number 4, this is kind of cheesy, guys, but give back, whether that's volunteering or even helping out your family or doing something nice for someone. Just give back. I'm telling you, it's going to make you feel a lot better about yourself. It does for me, at least. I know that that's a pretty selfish reason to give back, but that's a big reason why I give back a lot. It makes me feel pretty good. It makes me feel like I did something right. And we live in a very critical world where a lot of times you don't feel like you're doing a lot right. So if you can do something nice for someone and you know for a fact that you're doing the right thing, whether or not anybody's going to critique you for it, it'll make you feel pretty good about yourself. And number 5 is be selfish and set boundaries. Those 2 things are kind of important. I know being selfish can seem like a very maybe I'm not using the right words, but when I say be selfish, don't be afraid to put yourself first. That's not always a bad thing. I'm a big yes person. I say yes to everybody a lot of the times when I don't want to say yes, and a lot of the times that's putting me in a position that is hurting myself, and that I'm the one who has paid for the repercussions of things, and that's not fair to me. So I don't think that that's something that we should do anymore. I think that we should make sure we're putting ourselves and our families first, and that needs to remain a priority. So with that said, set boundaries. It's important that you have your personal space. It's important that you have your bubble. I'm not saying don't go out of your way for people, definitely go out of your way for people, but when it's something that's maybe being abused by people, people are abusing your kindness, here goes Monkey, what do you want? A lot of the times people can really take advantage of your kindness, and I don't think that's right. So I think you need to set boundaries, because that can be extremely draining for one person to deal with. Sorry guys, she wasn't going to stop crying unless I picked her up. So yeah, definitely just set boundaries. Make sure that nobody is overcrossing your boundaries, and that making sure that everybody's treating you right, because that's extremely important. It can be so draining and so just disheartening and discouraging if people aren't doing those things, and it's really important that you make sure that people know how they should be treating you, and that you have a certain set of boundaries. Yes, can I help you? Can I help you? Step number 6 is to take a brave action. This is something that I put this later on in the list because it is very complicated to do something like that, especially if you're in maybe a little bit more of a rut, or you feel not very confident. A lot of the times when you need to reclaim your life into your hands, you're feeling a lot of things that don't make you want to take a brave step. But if you do that, you're going to take like a huge step forward. It's going to be a tremendous help for you, whether that's stepping out of your comfort zone and doing something that you've always wanted to do that you've never done, or even just confronting somebody about something that's been bothering you, or giving yourself a genuine shot at something you've always wanted to try, no matter what people think about it. Just take a brave action, something that's going to make you feel pretty good and may seem a little risky, but you know that ultimately it's going to benefit you. Number 7, I'm sorry guys, Monkey, you guys know Monkey by now. She just always has to be picked up. Number 7 is to learn something. I love my iPad. I know this is like so weird and kind of random. I love my iPad and even my MacBook, but the iPad itself, and even I think iPhones pretty much have the same apps for the most part. They have so many amazing apps where you can just teach yourself so many things. I mean, you could literally just use Google and use the internet, but especially a lot of the apps. I love like the Duolingo app where I can sit there and learn other languages. I try to brush up on my Spanish a lot because it's not something I am constantly hearing or whatever, so it's just like nice to brush up on Spanish, or even listening to TED Talks on topics that are completely random that I know nothing about, or if you're going to sit there and watch Netflix, maybe watch a documentary on something that's completely random. I was obsessed with watching documentaries on black holes. I don't know why. I went through this like phase where I was like black hole everything. Like I needed to know absolutely everything about black holes. I'm pretty sure I could be like a college professor on astronomy right now and teaching everything there is to know about black holes, because I feel like there's not one thing I don't know. Like that's how in-depth I got with it. Not saying I know everything, because I don't, but just learn something. You'll feel so good about yourself, and you'll expose yourself to a new thing. And a lot of the times when you do that and you expose yourself to something different, you feel really refreshed, because you realize that there's a lot more to life that you don't know just yet. And that can be such a wonderful feeling when you feel like you're kind of stuck and you kind of are in like a little bit of a negative rut. And the last step is to reconnect with your purpose. First of all, I did an entire video actually on finding your purpose, so if you guys want to go watch that, I'll leave that in the description bar below. But reconnect with your purpose. When we're feeling disheartened and discouraged and all of that, we can kind of lose sense of our purpose and just kind of not feel it anymore, not feel motivated, not feel happy, or be kind of confused on why we're here. And once you reconnect with your purpose, a lot of that motivation and your encouragement and clarity will come to you. So it's so important to reconnect with your purpose. And with that also, like, if you are somebody who believes in God, pray, 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 pray. Read the Bible, read any sort of self-help books, anything that helps you feel like you are taking your power back. So yeah, those are the 8 steps. I'm sorry if it was a little bit rambly. You guys know that's my style. I'm quite the rambler. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any tips, please leave it in the comment section below, because you guys know I can always use more tips. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I did a big haul from my sponsor for Miss New York. She sent me a whole bunch of really cute dresses and tea and all this kind of stuff. You guys can go click right here to go watch that. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications, because I put out new videos every Sunday and Wednesday for the most part. I try to stick to that schedule, but sometimes my schedule can be a little bit off. I will see you guys in my next video.